earlier known as Bharat Movies Limited, to India's engineering domain, it is time to look back at BEML's glorious journey.
Executive Director, KGF Complex, Mr. Subramaniam, the SBU heads sitting on the dais, President and members of BEML SCST Welfare Association, the President of KGF SCST Welfare Association, Mr. Tirumugam, all the office bearers of BEMIA, the President of KGF BEMIA, Mr. O. Reddy, BEMOG, the President and all office bearers of BEMOG, all the other welfare associations, family members, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. I'm deeply honored and I'm humbled to be amongst you. And it was a very pleasant surprise to me when very thoughtfully the SCST Welfare Association gifted me a book on DR.BABA SAHEB AMBEDKAR. It is a very wonderful way of spreading awareness, and being an avid reader myself, I'll definitely go through it. I will read it thoroughly. About Buddhism, there are lots of fantastic books. You can read The Light of Asia, and recently there is a book called Siddhartha, which was gifted to me by a friend. I'm yet to read it. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all today as we celebrate the 133rd birth anniversary of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. This celebration is particularly significant now when we need to reaffirm the values of our motherland India. Ambedkar Jayanti is a unique occasion for all of us to proudly celebrate the genius of the father of that one great book which is the foundation of India, the Constitution of India. Dr. Ambedkar's unparalleled contribution in the framing of our Constitution will always be recognized in the history of the country, but we need to recognize also that his vision was welfare for all. He gave the nation a profound social content and challenging social democratic objectives. 6 decades after his adoption, our Constitution has become the uniting spirit of the country, guiding us through challenging times and unprecedented global and national social and political change. A beacon of hope for the disadvantaged in India as is described by many. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a staunch opponent of injustice, discrimination, and oppression. He faced these evils in his own life and he rose above these evils to help all who suffer from them. In this regard, he stands in the league of great world leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and Nelson Mandela. His impact, like theirs, was not and is not limited by time and place. As one of my previous speakers said, that there is so much to, talk about Dr. Ambedkar. We can go on for days and years together. Salute to the great Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, to his vision that the constitution that he drafted took care of each and every small thing. When Mr. Oredi was speaking, I was wondering when my turn would come, because, he was going on and on. But what he said and what the other speakers have said, I'm really happy that at least the seed has been sown for this organization to achieve the status of Navratna or Maharatna. It is not important that we become a Navratna. So as somebody has said, what is important? The journey is important or the destination? So both are important, but most importantly, it is the company during the journey to achieve the destination that is important. So our journey towards Navratna, our journey towards Maharatna, many of us will not be there, but at least the seeds have been sown. It is not going to happen overnight. A lot of work has to be done. I've tried to lay a roadmap before all of you during my quarterly address.
JB. A great man is different from eminent one in that he is ready to be the servant of society. Ellarigu namaskara. A very good evening to one and all present here. Most respected, our beloved CMD, Sri Sandan Rai ji. Respected, the Executive Director, S.N. Subramanian Sarji. Respected SB Head, Yoganand CGM Mining G. Respected Yoganand HR, CGM SBU HND Head KJ Complex. Respected Srimati Neena Singh, CGM Officiating Chief of HR and License Officer BEML KJ Complex. Respected Sri Manohar Matagi, GM Chief of RC2 Unit. Respected Sri Subramani R, CGM Officiating SBU Mining and President of BEML. Respected Sri O. Ramchandra Reddy, BNA President, KJ Complex. Respected senior officers, medical staffs, respected all elected representatives of BNA of all divisions, respected ex-founder president of SC/ST Welfare Association and ex-office bearers of KG Complex, respected SC/ST Welfare Association presidents and OBs of all other elected representatives of Bangalore Complex, Mysore, Corporate and Palakkad divisions, respected all OBs and elected representatives and contract TCL union leaders and all trainees, respected all my colleague office bearers and elected representatives. My dear brothers, sisters, and everyone present here, this is an important celebration for everyone who are under the domain of Constitution of India. We gathered here to uphold the greatness of our Baba Saheb. I like to share a small glimpse of his great wisdom embedded in Constitution of India. On 14th July 1776, the United States of America got and declared its independence. That is 171 years before our Indian independence. During that, it proclaimed with absolute clarity that all men are created equal, endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Then why it was necessary to abolish slavery in 13th Amendment nearly 90 years after its independence on 18th December 1865? How could a slavery can persist nearly a century more in a nation that already declared all men are created equal? Or the praise of all men did not at the time recognize black people as human beings? It's a great surprise for me to know the 19th Amendment of American Constitution gave the woman the vote to right. That is 40 years apart from the slavery abolition. A nation that got independence in 1776, and after 144 years, it gave right to the woman for vote. Please read our preamble of Indian Constitution more carefully. Please note the fact that Indian Constitution from very inception sought to eliminate the gross exclusion that America had permitted. A remarkable incident of our constitutional spirit is incorporation of symbols into the ballot papers during election, ensuring that those who lack literacy would not be excluded from universal franchise. This is just a glimpse of Dr. Baba Saheb's wisdom. And their eyes were peaked. The words in the preamble are not merely a dead letters printed on the pages, but living values for which people have fought and played. Our preamble encapsulates countless struggles waged by disadvantaged and dispossessed against the ruling elites who appear in various guises throughout the history. In essence, the value enshrined in the Constitution have not been handed down to us from above by masters, judges, elites, or they are not eternal. They are dynamic, dialectical, and forged in crucible struggles. They were established in the streets by those who are denied power, position, and dignity through peaceful, violent, the cost of sweat, blood, and life. The new meaning of was carved out of innumerable struggles fought outside the pages. In this sense, man remains an historically constituted entity, an incomplete project. New struggles for visibility, recognition, dignity, and equality will continue to shape and expand its meaning. Yet, unless we remain vigilant